me personally, I can't say whether that is what she wanted or what she didn't want. I mean,
like she could have left calling her a Kent, like she called her numerous times, but she left calling her that word.
Yeah. I watched the exact same live as you watched. I've seen the exact same thing as you've seen.
And also, like, people saying Laura not being a victim and that, like, obviously, I don't really follow her, but last night she was a victim of racist abuse because she found it to be racist. So if she thought it's racist, no one can tell her.
We can't sit and tell you whether, you know, that was the wrong or right thing to do. I'm sorry. Like your opinion is your opinion and you're entitled to it, and the black community. So we're not going to sit here and try and change your mind because you're within your right to think that way, you know?
Yeah, cool. That's all I had to say, really.
Go ahead, Miss Jackson, sorry. Big up, Sean, thank you. Sorry, someone text me.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't really have an opinion on it all, but do you not think this is what Laura wants? Like, all the attention? Because first she started with DG and Dave and everyone, and now she's doing all this. I think she's loving all of it, really, because did she really take offence?
Can I be honest? No.
No, I don't think she took offence.
I think people around her did, absolutely, and that's why I can't defend what Pearl said.
Like, I've grown up with racism all my life, from like laws from parents and everything. And if someone come up to me and said that, I'd just be like, right, cool. Because if you've dealt with it all your life, you've been called much worse than an orangutan. Do you know what I mean?
I just think either way, like, even I don't think
I'm not trying to justify it or anything. Like,
there's no word like worse than the. I mean, obviously.
But I think she's just loving the fact that everyone's going on about her and she's staying relevant and all this, and she knows it's going to bring it all back, so she's trying to make a big deal out of it. I just think there's a lot worse things going on, really. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you, Miss Jackson.
Hey, thank you. Zoe or Emma? I think it was Zoe and then Sarah, sorry.
Hi.
Hi.
So I just want to say a few things. So I like Pearl, and I don't think Pearl's racist. I think she made a mistake saying that word. And I think it's not been pointed out by many people that she actually stayed for a very long time after saying it and had a lot of people going at her, and she still stayed to be educated. I would like her to reconsider using that word, though, as someone who likes her.
Yep, I agree with you, Zoe.
Also, I think that English people, like, as a whole in this country, there's so much racism that's still here that's just, like, inherent. Like, the P word for the corner shop, the C word for Chinese food. It's with lots of things as well. Like, I've had to change my language in ways. I used to call a cigarette the F word. I don't do that anymore because it's a word that could be offensive to other people. That's all I've got to say.
Thanks, Zoe.
No worries. Have a good day, everyone.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Why is my live not working?
Well, it's working for all of us.
Wait there. Okay, sorry, no, someone texted me something, so I was just reading the text message. I won't be rude. Go ahead, Emma. You okay? Oh, Sarah, sorry.
Oh, Sarah.
Hi, MT.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm in Australia, but I do watch a lot of UK TikTok. I might have a different perspective. I just see that this is a very good example of misuse of power, or people believing they have more power than other people. I think there's a lot of creators who've got to the point where they're searching for ways to get views, to get gifts, to get followers, to say, we're all a team, go over and tell the other teams, what you think of them. And I think it's with having platforms that get bigger numbers also comes the responsibility of understanding that if you're going to incite groups of people to go and attack other people that you don't personally agree with, that's causing an issue.
Thank you, Donna.
I think one of the things that happened last night with Pearl, which is my personal opinion, that was one of the things that went wrong, was she said what she said. It wasn't good. It was said with venom, but she went off and then she went to her own live and then took advice from another creator who said, don't apologise for it, go back, stand your ground, say why you did it, and that just started a fight that really escalated. She could have come off, thought about it and thought, geez, now I've listened to what people are saying, I'll go in, I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, and left it at that. But to be encouraged to go back and justify why you're saying it, don't take it. And that, people have heard me speak before about EQ. I think that the problem is someone who goes around this app continuously saying, I have said worse things than anyone ever on this app ever before, and I've got away with it. It's made no difference. Look where I am. I'm popular. I'm famous. Has escalated this problem to something it didn't need to be. Like, there are creators who don't believe in what other people say. There are viewers who don't, follow everyone, but they see different sides of it. I think once you get to the point where you think you are bigger and better than the app or people who view the app, that's where the problem is created. It's a power thing. Can I
be honest with you? I agree with you 110%. The best way to resolve that situation last night was for Pearl to just go off and not to stay on TikTok. I agree with you. And I'm not saying that I disagree with you. I think the reason why she did it was because she wanted to try and explain what it is that she said. And then when she was given the opportunity to go back into Paige's box, I don't think that made the situation any better neither. Because obviously what you're then doing is you're going in and you're just antagonising the situation 10 times worse. Because people have already made their minds up based on what you've already said. Do you get me?
Yeah, and I think she got bad advice from EQ, because EQ, who only a couple of days ago was accusing someone else of doing the exact same thing, is hiding in plain sight. She still behaves the way she used to behave. She still says vile, abhorrent things about people all the time, but she says, well, now I'm friends with Miss Red and Pearl and DG, and I surround myself with all these popular people that people aren't going to come after her. So I think she took advice from someone that, enjoys dropping grenades and shit stirring the whole app, and made it even worse, because you don't see EQ jumping back in saying, well, I told her to say it. She's been deathly quiet since then, but she was the one that, got in Pearl's ear at a time where Pearl should have just stayed off the app. I think it's a thing where some creators have forgotten that the reason that they have followers is because there are people that like what they do. There are some people who watch it because it's car crash, but then there's an accountability for what you say and how much trouble you cause, because whether it's an app or not, it still affects people in their real life, whether that be creators or followers. And there's a lot of issues happen this year that have all involved someone who comes in, chucks grenades, sits back and then says laughingly, I love creating storylines. I love just, causing shit and jumping out. So it's sad to see how bad this has got today. I think, Shepherdess and Luke should have spoken off, because they keep saying, go off the app and talk to each other. Should have dealt with that off the app and said, listen, we had a disagreement, it's all sorted, everyone don't get involved. But then same thing can be said for, doing it for views and doing it for and I hate that word, clout. I just think that it's misusing what they think is power, or thinking that they are above other people. There are wrong-uns on this platform. There are people who do hideous, vile things all the time, and people are trying to call them out, and everyone's distracted by what I see as a personality clash amongst people whose egos have caused trouble and drags thousands of people into now fighting each other about something that it shouldn't have been. And it's just my opinion, but
I
I just
just-
think you need to look at some creators by saying we're a clique, we're joining together, we've got each other's backs, we'll always be there, we won't call each other out, is creating like a power imbalance.
Can I just jump in a second? The comments are actually putting in that Zach the Brat on live has just confirmed what I said at the beginning, that Pearl says orangutan to a hell of a lot of people, and he's just played a screen recording.
Apparently, Zach was trying to get in here.
Was he?
So that's what I was told, but he isn't in my box. I did check. Checked about 4 times and he isn't there. So I think he's done it on his live.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I don't know.
However, I still disagree. She shouldn't have said it to a black woman because it will be seen as that. But
Not one person who sat in this live, I think, has agreed that it should have been
No,
said. I think
definitely
every
not.
person's called it out from start to finish. I think she'll probably call it out herself.
Wrong
but,
word,
you know,
wrong situation.
I can't. I was just going to say I can't assume until she comes on live and speaks about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I just add what Sarah said?
Go ahead, Chelsea.
I agree with Sarah to some extent. I think I watched the whole live last night, and I'm going to be 100% real with you. There was racism and discrimination in the comments on all parts, and I'm actually a little bit disappointed because Paigey is someone that's very educational, and I think that live was just allowed to go too south. I think it should have been stopped a hell of a lot before all of this. People were riling people up, and I don't agree with what Pearl said at all. But I think if you look at the bigger picture, like, there's a way to educate people, and last night that was not it. That was not it at all. On so many different ways, that was horrible for everyone to watch, and people were being discriminated, and racial things were being said left, right, and centre in them comments.
Yeah.
And I just think it should have been shut down, and that's my personal opinion. I don't agree with what was said, but look at the bigger picture here. Like, people were saying how DG needed to take accountability, the fact that he's got followers, etc., and he should be more aware of what he's putting on his platform and educate people. But that goes for everyone. And that live last night was not educationally appropriate at all, you know, for whatever reason.
Morning. My point of view now, like Chelsea's just turned out and said, in Paige's comments last night, there was a lot of wrong things getting said. One of them is white tears. And that was when Pearl went back in and ended up crying and everything. And that got spammed in them comments a hell of a lot. And I don't think that was right. Then people should have been getting shut down the way Pearl was getting shut down. I don't agree with what Pearl said. Like, that was wrong. Completely wrong. And the way it was, the whole thing was just completely and utterly like a free-for-all at times. So you couldn't hear what people were saying to the other person and everything. Now, if things were certain things was getting said and stuff, it was no, and then that person was getting shut down, pushed away. And then whenever someone was trying to say something that was not like racist or whatever related, and it was brought around to the reason why it all started and everything, and it was wrong. Like, people were trying to say, well, what is racist about the word they? That is the whole top and bottom of it. Like, a lot of us, every single one of us want to know, surely to God, what is wrong with the word they? How is that racist? Please, someone, let me know what is wrong with the word they.
There isn't anything wrong with the word they. We're referring to Pearl at the moment, Laura. So we're
Yeah,
basing
I get that.
just that topic. But what I will say is that there's obviously people that have only just come in. There has been black people from different backgrounds, ethnicities in the box. But please, anybody is welcome to come in the box and say how you feel. It's not just a white person's panel, as I've just seen.
No, it hasn't. There's been one girl in, don't you lie? I think you found there's been about 7 or 8 different people in, and I haven't had that many people in the boxes, so it's just because you might come in at a completely different time from the very beginning. I said to people that boxes aren't subjective. If anyone wants to get in and have you say, then you're more than welcome to. And plenty of people have, and I'll carry on refreshing. So if you do want you say, jump in the box, you've got till 10:30.
As I say, I don't agree with what Pearl said.
Sorry?
I don't agree with what Pearl said, and I don't.
Neither do I.
Do you know what I mean? I really don't.
Go ahead, Laura, thank you. Nice one.
I'll jump down. I think Laura hit on it. It started off with the word they, but it goes back to context and how it was said. It was just in a sentence. It said, "I don't like when they do that." It wasn't emphasised. It wasn't spat out. It wasn't venomous. Last night, Pearl did say it. It was venomous. It was wrong. It's different, and it's escalated the whole situation. But it did start with the word they, and yet again, maybe creators should go offline as adults and talk to each other. And if they're going to address it online, just say, we've had a discussion or whatever it is, but don't do it for views online, because you can see how it's split a community. No one's ever going to agree on this and all see the same point. Everyone all has their own opinion, but I think creators have a responsibility for what they put out.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks,
I
MT.
agree.
Can I say something? I just want to ask everyone in here, would you or would you not have the same energy if that was CLA or Alpha Bar that had called Shep that? Would you all be defending her, like defending Alpha Bar or CLA if they said that to Shep, or would you all be calling both of them out for being racist?
Are you asking me or are you asking other people? Sorry.
Everybody,
Yeah,
the 1.8k here and everyone in a box. Everybody would be calling them out for being racist, and that is a fact. But because it's Pearl and because she is loved by many, no one is going to call her out for it. And I believe it is what she said was racist, and that is only obviously my personal opinion. From my point of view, she said that with chest and left. But no one can sit there and say that if it was Alpha Bar or CLA, you would all be cracking up lives, calling them out for what they said. But I just want to know if you would be doing the same. Would you call Alpha Bar out? And CLA?
Obviously, because this is my life, so I'm just going to say from my point of view, I think I have called Pearl's behaviour out from the beginning of the live. I've said what she said was not acceptable. I also said that obviously, I also said that the live that it had happened in, the way that the word was said and in the context it was said and who it was said to, I would probably look at it as being racist. But what I have also said is I will not sit here and label her as a racist based on just one incident. Do you get me? So I get.
I've been in your live since you started, and you have said, obviously, what she said was wrong. I will defend you in that. You have said it, so has Jay. But I just want to know if the energy would be matched if it was them too.
I mean, even when CLA said what she said, we didn't really come for her either. Let's be honest, we didn't sit there and rip her apart.
No, you didn't.
No, so we said she was wrong, and that's that. But we can't then, you can't go at us because we're not sat here ripping her to shit when we didn't with CLA or anybody else that said like that sort of stuff. So
but it'll get brushed onto the carpet, and stuff like this can't. It's
I guarantee
because we
it won't
have to
pass,
have
I
the
promise
same
you.
energy for everybody. And I understand there are people who are going to find it offensive, and there aren't, and we can't dig at people we can't take that away from people who find it offensive. You can't do that, because they have every right to feel like that.
Sorry, just for
But it's
clarity, just Pat, you can carry on talking now, just one sec, but just for clarity, yeah, when you're saying, am I saying because she's only said it once, is that okay? No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, based on the incident last night, what happened last night, obviously it was an argument between the two of them, and it was said at the end of the argument as she left the box, and then she said there was a reason why she said it. What I'm saying to you is, I'm not willing at this moment in time to sit on live and label her as a racist, but I will acknowledge what she said could be seen as being racist because of the context it was said, who it was said to, which you would appreciate. So would all you in the comments say the exact same thing. I'm not going to sit there, yeah. I'm not going to come live this morning and sit there and say, you're a racist, I never want to speak to you ever again, based on what you said last night, based on what you've said previously. Because there's a lot of people on this app who've said things which are completely worse than what Pearl said, and a lot of people will still stand by them. But what I am saying is I completely agree with your point of view that what she said was not acceptable.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And I'm not going to take that away. I'm not
will be, if Alpha Bar said that, or CLA, it would be on everyone who does the For You page news. They would be dragging them, but they're not going to do that because it is Pearl, and everybody needs to be held accountable for their actions.
I agree.
And it makes me want to headbutt walls, honestly, because no one can see it. There are people in the comments that can see it, and it's good, but I just wish people would have that same energy if it was them two along with her. And the same with anybody else who said that. I'd expect people to come for me if I was to say something like that, because it's wrong and it's racist. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. What's racist is racist. And DG last night annoyed me too, because when you mock, I go to have my nails done. I have a beautiful Korean woman who does my nails. If I was to sit there and have my nails done and mocked her accent, that is racism. It's called micro-racism, okay? You're mocking the BIPOC community.
You can't say that when Laura does a Irish accent. Would that then say that she's mocking Irish? Like, come on, that's double standards there. Right there, that is double standards. She said it herself yesterday. Oh, I go, top of the morning to you. Is that offensive? Well, actually, some people can people can consider that as offensive. Absolutely. So, unfortunately,
Irish isn't a race.
No, but it's still seen as mocking.
The BIPOC community is race, okay? As a woman who said in here before, I didn't see her name because I have you like on a split screen, so I couldn't see who was in the boxes, but she spoke about it before, about just things towards white people is discrimination, it's not race, okay? So if I was to sit here and do a Jamaican accent, that is racism. If I was to do a Korean accent, a Native American, Turkish, any person of any other ethnicity other than my own, it is racism. It's known as micro-racism, although I don't see it as micro because micro means small, but it is still racism. I've just got to mute for 2 seconds, born in a kettle.
Go ahead.
I think people are getting very confused, MT. Like, I think, do you know what it is? They want the reaction of us ripping Pearl apart today and screaming at her and saying, no, that's it, our friendship is done, you're horrible, nasty. But it's not going to happen. So if obviously we don't agree with what Pearl said, absolutely not. I've told her off the app how I feel about it, okay? I've told her how we feel. And she's very aware of it. Whether that's made her feel like shit or not, unfortunately, we've told her the truth. It's the truth.
No one that I know, has came into this box from the start of this live and says what Pearl said was acceptable. Not one person. So everyone in the comments who's going for people saying you condoning it, you're saying it's acceptable, you're deflecting. I haven't heard one person come in this box and say it's acceptable. Okay? I really haven't. Not from start to finish. No one's come in here and said a behaviour is acceptable. Every single person has called the behaviour out. But what I'm not willing to do, is at this moment in time, I don't think it's appropriate for me, as someone who speaks to Pearl, to fire a live up, to sit there all day and call her a racist after she's been my mate and I've spoken to her. But I will call her behaviour out. I will say what she said was unacceptable. I will say that in the context that she said it, I do believe that it was racist. But I'm not going to sit there and label her a racist when she's my mate. I need to have a conversation with Pearl, obviously, and speak to Pearl. But I'm not going to sit here and say that none of you are entitled to your opinion. Of course you're entitled to your opinion. And as I said to you earlier on, it doesn't matter how anyone's been affected, whether you be from a different ethnic origin to me, whether it be that you have a different belief to what I have. You may have been affected differently compared to everyone else. That doesn't mean you're not entitled to get in the box and have your opinion. But it doesn't mean that I'm sitting there and condoning someone else's behaviour because I'm letting you have your opinion. Everyone's welcome in the box. I've got a queue of people here who are all trying to get in because they all want to have to say. But
I just wanted to put I just wanted to say what I wanted to say about that and about obviously the whole mocking accents and the stuff like that. People really need to sit back and listen to the BIPOC community and educate yourselves because people aren't, and it's it's rather annoying. But you can kick me now because I can't enlarge my screen.
Well, Pat, thank you very much for coming in and thank you for being my third favourite troll as well with the EastEnders count. Why is she gone on mute? She's supposed to say, oh, thanks for being my favourite troll, MT. I've got all the EastEnders and the Corrie characters in the chat somewhere, people, you'll love them. Who was next? In fact, you just all want to unmute.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I just think it's education. Education is the big thing.
Hi, MT.
What's going on?
So I just want to touch upon the Welsh lady that was in one of Team Shep. She brought up about Pearl and being transphobic. Just yesterday, Team Shep were being transphobic themselves. They were saying horrible things about Evil Queen and DG. And this is not the first time I've seen them being transphobic. Now, I know this is about Pearl and the racism, but where is the same energy for them for being transphobic? No one has the same energy.
Okay. Can you still hear me? Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of my boxes. I'm trying to get through them because people are trying to get in. So, yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you. Good morning, everyone. How is
it
this morning?
Okay, Raina, you next. I never caught the last bit of what you said. Oh, she's gone. Okay, who was next? Lou?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Go on.
I don't know, I just think like the accent thing, like if I was to go chicken and chips, am I then doing a hate crime on you? Am I uneducated by that? By doing that?
I think the context of chicken and chips and what the actual issue is two completely...
Thing. No, I like the accent. Just what was said in like the previous thing. Like the accent thing, I don't know whether that's... I wouldn't say that was racism.
I'm just a bit lost. I don't get what you mean.
No, but just because when Pat came in before and she was saying that it was classed as minor racism.
Micro racism.
Micro racism, yeah. Sorry. I'm uneducated. If I could be educated, then.
No, that's fine. I mean, can I be completely honest with you? I'm probably not the right person to educate you. And I'm not going to sit here and
What
say
I'm
that
saying
I
is that
am.
everybody does accents on everybody. Like everybody does accents. No, it's not a race. I understand it's not a race, but I don't know. I'm uneducated. That's what I come in the box to be educated for.
Okay. I can't really help you, Lou. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm going to be
But I'm
completely
just
honest
saying,
with you.
is it like it's an accent? Is it a dialect? Is it? I
think-
don't understand it. So
I think, being perfectly honest with you, I think it's however someone is offended, it's how they're offended, isn't it? So if someone,
of course, I agree with
whether
that.
that be by a comment, whether that be by someone's dialect, whether that be by someone's tone, whether that be by someone's mannerisms, whether that be by someone's words, it's all the same thing.
Google Live.
It all just depends how someone's offended, isn't it? But I mean,
I'm just coming in to try and understand because
I think I know what she
previous
means.
thing
Lou,
was-
are you on about the when she said if I started doing my
if you started doing
my nail
dialect
lady's
of somebody
accent
else
or something like that, she said about a
yeah,
nail
that's
lady's.
what I mean.
So then
I'm not
I
mocking
compared.
it. I'm not.
So
I'm just trying to
I'm trying to
understand.
explain, Lou. So I was trying to say to her that Laura also does the Irish accent. So are we seeing that as mocking as well? Like we can't. This isn't about accents. This is about race.
Yeah, no. I'd say that's what I'm trying to understand. I'm not in here to be hating on anyone at all.
It's a really difficult subject, Lou, as well, and it's really sensitive. And there's lots of words that were used that are now not acceptable and acceptable. It's a bit of a minefield, really.
No, I'm not even on about what Pearl said. I agree that what Pearl said was wrong, and things, but it's kind of shifted to mocking racism, mocking accents, mocking words, and it's kind of shifted. So I'm trying to just understand as we go along in this. Like as everything goes on.
Let me just finish that sentence. So it is obviously complicated, and it's a bit of a minefield generally across the board. But things like imitating and all that sort of stuff is probably more ignorance is probably the right word, maybe, or something similar to that. But when it comes to the sort of race particular factor, then that's when you're looking at racism and all that sort of stuff. So there's a matter of whether you're ignorant about things, or whether you're just outright racist.
Yeah, I understand.
Sorry,
Thank you, Lou. Hello, TJ.
I'll just shut up then.
You don't have to. Look, obviously you came in here.
I just want to be educated in a little bit because, I just want to be educated a bit. Sorry.
And that's fine. Charlene, you've been there for a while. You're all right. Sorry.
Yeah. Can I just say this is the first time I've been on your live? Can I just say thank you for providing a platform? And as someone who was born in Liverpool, big up to you, fellow Scouser.
Go ahead, Charlie.
I haven't got the accent, so I just wanted to touch on something because I wanted to get in the box quite a few times, and I came out because I was a bit nervous. But just last weekend, over the Easter weekend, I met up with my real dad. And actually, he's mixed race, Guyanese, British Guyanese. So I've got a mix of Scouse and Guyanese. And it was amazing. And I haven't been brought up with that culture. It's all been the white culture. So I have had an education. One thing I don't like is when people say to others, you need to be educated. I think education comes from having discussions, natural discussions, not everyone getting at each other, saying you're wrong, you're this, you're that. So I just want to put that out there. The other thing was the racism and the prejudice. I've been long-term unemployed previously due to being an unpaid carer, and I can tell you when I go for jobs, I don't get them because I haven't got the experience. I do, I know I do, but others see me as being unemployed. oh, she's not right for the job. So then I automatically think, oh, is it because I've been out of the workplace for so long? So I get people of colour may seem, when they go for jobs and they don't get it, that it could be down to their colour, but that's not always the fact. The other thing I've been educated on is I've got friends from all cultures, and I live in a village, and I went for a coffee the other day with a friend who's blacker than black. And when I went into the coffee shop, we had a discussion. She said, Charlene, she said, do you know how hard it is for when I go walk into these places? I've got a white boyfriend and I have to tell him, just be on guard because you'll get a lot of looks. And I didn't really understand what she was going on about. And I was like, what? But I get it because she educated me, because we had to...
Can I just cut in a second? What is blacker than black?
Well, she's black. She's
but
black.
What is blacker than black?
Well, just black, you know?
What, as in that her texture...
I think it was a slip of the tongue. I don't think she meant it like that.
Because I'm mixed race.
So is it because her colour is like, are you referring
black.
to that she's really dark?
Yeah, really dark, and I'm mixed race, so I'm really white.
That is really crazy. Like, for you to sit there and say she is blacker than black, and this is what is wrong with the world.
But that wasn't termed as being racist. This is what I'm talking about. This is not me being racist.
It was a slip of the tongue. Okay, continue.
No, but this is the thing that we're talking about.
This is where you can educate Charlene. Now, instead of shooting her down, this is where you could jump in and be like, actually, that is quite offensive, blah, blah, blah. Do you get what I mean? Let's not shoot her down. Let's educate. This is where the education can step in, and then she won't need to think like that.
Can I just step in really quickly about this one? Sometimes you don't need to be educated.
No, and
just wait. Just let once Charlene spoke, I'll go to Rain. Once Rain spoke, I'll go to you, and then Sergi can speak.
No, but this is the exact point that I'm trying to make. There's no point in me talking now because I've just been shot down for saying that when it wasn't intentional to be a comment that other people are saying it is. So this is the point I'm trying to make. So when someone makes a comment, someone will come in and shoot them down. So there's no point in me talking about it because I'm just going to get vilified now for saying that comment. And that is the point of what's wrong in today's world.
But Miss knows all about people jumping onto somebody about what they say, because yesterday Miss 30 said full black and people didn't like that either. Did they, Miss 30?
Sorry, yeah, no, they didn't. Even though obviously I was referring to myself, and obviously, like I said I'm a full black person. Me, there's not an issue.
But that wasn't right either.
What do you mean that's not right?
When you was aiming it at two mixed race people who are half.
No. I wasn't aiming. No. I wasn't. No. I wasn't aiming.
That was making a highlight to us.
No. I wasn't aiming it at anybody. I was speaking my truths and telling you who I am, which I am a full black person. I wasn't aiming it at anybody. The person who was speaking previously in that live had mentioned that she was mixed race, okay? So nobody then pulled her up at the fact that she had mentioned...
She said, I'm a black woman. That's valid.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No,
she didn't go, oh, I'm half white,
No,
half
she
black.
didn't. She did. She actually did. She said that she was a mixed race woman. She did. Those were her words. And I specifically kept on asking that question.
You're not...
Why are other people interrupting? Because you had a go at me for interrupting, but Jay and Ray has interrupted many times in this conversation.
Because we're having a conversation, and respectfully, you are the biggest racist on the app, Angie.
So why am I the biggest racist?
I'm not going to.
I want to know why I'm in the big because of that.
Anyway, like I said, Charlene.
Can I just say something? There's been a couple of times that, you know, like I said, I haven't been brought up with that culture. It is part of my culture. Someone said half caste. I didn't know what that term meant. I just thought it meant mixed race. So someone got shot down for that. So I went and educated myself. The other thing was I heard someone talk about family dynamics the other day, and they said, oh, I'm the black sheep of the family. That could be middle child syndrome. And again, they got shot down. So me saying that comment just then, I've just been shot down by some of you lot. And I'm actually really upset because this is the point I'm trying to make with conversation, that people are interrogating me saying, what do you mean by that? There was nothing in that at all. And I've just shown that this is the problem with it all. And it's really sad.
There may be nothing in it for you, but for
Charlene,
But you aimed at me.
I've just muted 30 and Angie, sorry, I know what you're saying before when I said that you're supposed to be quiet. It's because I'm trying to make sure everyone gets to say what it is that they actually want to say without being interrupted.
Thanks.
So if I stick it to the way that it was, once Charlene's finished speaking, obviously I'll go to Dane and then I'll move on to the last two, because Luke, the judge, is going live and I know everyone wants to obviously go and see what Luke's got to say. So I'm not going to wrap the live on any longer than I actually have to.
Yeah.
The purpose of this live.
Thank you.
The purpose of this live, wasn't to come on here and sit where we are now with the 3,000 people. We literally come on to have a chat and everyone joined. But what I won't do is I won't deflect from the situation. I'll address it head on and obviously allow you all to have your opinion, which is, I think, is the best way to be. Because obviously if everyone has to say, no one can be shut down. Charlene, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rain.
Hiya. I wanted to pop in because I just find what's going on the past few days so triggering. So triggering because I think this is what people do is somebody says something and then everybody jumps on that one person and then they're a wrong 'un. Pearl literally apologised last night. I saw the clip of it. And then what do people want from her more? What more could she do to then, not be labelled as a wrong 'un? Do you get what I mean? I don't really people want. Because she's done what she said, and she feels terrible, and so terrible. She's like so upset, and people are just really, really just rubbing salt into the wound. Do you want her off the app? Is that what you want? Because then if you want her off the app, then why do you want everybody else that said racial shit off the app as well? Do you get what I mean? I feel like it's just, this could really, really damage Pearl long term, and I don't think anybody's taking her feelings into account, except for just running with the narrative that she's a racist, and I think the context is very important at the end of the day. She didn't mean it the way she meant it, and she's sorry for it. So let's educate and move forward. That's the best thing we can do, instead of constantly putting a label to someone that isn't true. That's all I've got to say, because it just really. And I just want to also say, black people can be racist to white people, and white people can be racist to black people, and everybody can be racist to everybody, because white people are a race, black people are a race. I've been had racism from both sides, black and white, and that's what people don't realise. So it's not just, it's discrimination. No, it is clear racism. You can be a racist to a person of colour and you can be a racist to a white person. It's not one more than the other. Do you know what I mean? Come on, guys. I just don't get it. Share love and not hate. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, big up, Rain.
Take care, guys. Sorry.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. See you later. Okay, Angie, you were in before Miss 30, so you can go next, and then Miss 30, you can go last.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know why this lady down, I don't know her name, said that I'm the biggest racist, and I don't know if you have the same energy for CLA and other people on this app. Now, I feel that what Pearl said last night was the similar situation to what I said, and you're sitting here saying, I'm the biggest racist. I don't think she meant it in a racist way. I think she just meant it as in stop acting that way. I think Pearl's mistake was that she sent it to a black woman. Okay. And it was the same situation with me. I said something to a white woman. I said the same thing to a black person, and I was deemed a racist for saying it. I do think Torian and Pagey Baby, they were calling me a racist last night. They are the racist. I will be going live after Luke, the judge, and I will show everybody some of the things. I'm just going through them now, but it was a 10-hour debate. For example, MT, I have just seen videos of Torian saying MT was a racist. Also, because we were singing Baba Black Sheep and we were comparing black people to blackboards. This was not true. Okay, so please do not sit there, the lady at the bottom, and call me a racist. I am going through a 10-hour live right now. Now I want to ask MT, with that debate, was anyone singing Baba Black Sheep at all?
Not that I recall. If you've got any evidence and would like to provide it to me, maybe.
Were you comparing black people to blackboards?
In which debate?
The racist debate I held.
So fuck.
There wasn't a racist debate, it was about the remembrance.
Was I?
Yeah, you did actually pop in.
No, it was a shite. The only time that I've been referenced to being racist on here was apparently when I put well, not apparently because I did put the bedsheet over my head, but when I put the bedsheet over my head and did your funeral for when you were going into rehab, I was alleged to have been racist then. But apart from that, no.
No, exactly. So I'm going to show this evidence later today about this because Torian and Pagey Baby are racist. Now they need to take accountability for all their actions. A black woman was in the comments at that time and called out Torian for being a racist. Torian called her bounty bar, and when I was reading something, and a woman was prosecuted for that name. Okay, and that wasn't it.
Angie, shut your mouth. Seriously, shut up.
You were racist.
Go on, I'll talk after. Go on.
You said to us lot. You call us lot. That's all you kept saying is us lot. Our people. The white people. You were racist, Torian. So please don't sit there and educate other people on racism. I don't condone what Pearl has said. I think she's made a mistake. I think if it was a white person, it would have been fine. She just happened to have said it to a black person. And I do understand why people are a little bit annoyed because MT and Jay, they are friends with Pearl. No, I actually left that box and they continued calling me a racist.
No, they didn't.
No, my question is for Torian. Do you have the same energy?
Torian wasn't here when you started talking.
Why is Frosty in here?
At the end of the day, you're saying, it was a slip of the tongue, and I'm sure if it was to a white person or if it was to this, you're trying to make justifications.
Are you talking about Pearl?
Pardon? Yeah, I'm talking about Pearl.
No, I'm not justifying anything. I don't condone that. I just think that she said it to a black person. I think she said it to a white person. Nothing would have been said about it. But she just happened to have said it to a black person. Do I think anyway?
Let's not make this a debate between two of you. Certy, you have your say on this. Yeah.
At the end of the day, regardless of which way you want to look at it, it's not right. The way that it was said was the way that she said it. Everyone's saying, do you have the same energy for CLA and do you have this and do you have that? Everybody much did have the same energy for CLA. The person in the box prior with the comment of my friend is blacker than black, but everybody is jumping on me for me pulling her up about that's such an issue. Like I said, all of this is what is wrong with the world today. Evil Queen, I was in Miss Red's box and people are talking about a creator being transphobic or whatever to Evil Queen. But when Evil Queen is fat shaming people and being rude to somebody about their looks, not one person has one thing to say because it's Evil Queen. So because it's Pearl, it's a different situation,
Yeah, but I don't get on with
And let her speak.
Can I go on?
Let her speak. Go on. Sorry, just 1 sec, Torian. Go on, Certy.
Like, honestly, it's not right. Like I said, I was attacked in Miss Red's box yesterday about my weight, whereas I'm not fat. I don't care. But that could obviously offend somebody, But as soon as somebody then calls EQ about EQ's, being a woman, a man, whatever, they're transphobic. But it's okay for her to then go around fat shaming people and calling people clowns and stuff like that. And not one person stood up and said that was wrong or you shouldn't say that or apologize. Then it's the thing of, Pearl's apologized. I'm sure well, I say I'm sure, I saw CLA apologise 100 times over for what she did. Does that mean that it's okay because there then becomes an apology afterwards? No, it does not. No, it doesn't.
Thank you, Miss Serti. Tori?
Can I just ask Miss Serti a question? If that's all right.
Go on.
So, Miss Serti, when that comment was made by the person in the middle box earlier, and you brought her up on it, I personally think that's fine to do. I think it's about educating people, and you might be tired of doing that. I'm mixed race as well, so I've probably gone through certain situations that may be similar to what you've gone through as well, in different walks of life, in different areas, and probably different circumstances. But in my mind, I feel as if, I know it might be tiresome to keep bringing people up and you want people to get it, but I think, some people want to be educated and want to learn about it. Some people are just pure ignorant and don't want to and don't listen. But I think, do you agree that it's pulling people up on it is the right thing to do, but helping them educate to understand why it's wrong means that actually, if they get an understanding why a particular word or sentence is wrong, that they might take understanding generally when they think about other words, if they understand what's behind it, rather than just the word itself or the phrase itself. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But how much longer do you think that it's okay for us to be having to educate people? In this day and age, why should we be educating people on what is right from what is wrong? I wouldn't sit here and address not one person as whiter than white, because if I did, everybody would jump on me. So I know that's something that wouldn't even come to my mind. Like, the father of my child is a white person. I wouldn't ever refer to him as whiter than white, even in my most angriest times, when he's not doing something that I want him to do, or etc. I wouldn't ever refer to him as that. That wouldn't come to my mind. So you're saying about, educating people and stuff like that, but sometimes you can't, for somebody to come out with that comment in the first place says a lot about the person. And yeah, it's just tiring, going around,
I get that.
going around and constantly having to pick up and educate people. We're going to be doing this for the rest of our lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I just say something, please?
Of course, yeah.
Because my name was mentioned by this crazy woman in the box. Now, let me just say something. And Angie, do not interrupt me, yeah? And you can talk after, but you're not going to talk to me because I don't really care what you have to say. I think it's very crazy and very mad that you lot, let me not even say you lot, because you know how you lot say, oh, when she says you lot just do too much with it. But what I'm saying is, is that you want to have a racist debate and talk about race, but you have the most biggest racist in your box. How does that make sense? You want to stand up on racism, you lot want to do lives about racism, but then the next day you'll have the racist in the box. Make it make sense. None of you lot stand. Shut up! Shut your mouth, you old bag! Shut up! Shut your mouth!
And just wait, let us speak. Let us speak.
I haven't finished.
Go on,
Be
Tori.
quiet. Yeah?
Go on.
Like I said, even yesterday, you do.
I can't hear nothing. Can you use?
No, Tori, and your
accent.
signal's
Tori, and your
going.
mic's gone.
He said
Your mic keeps going, Torian. There's red bars next to it. It means that your signal's not great.
Yeah, one moment. Hold on.
No, that's better. That's better. That's better.
Yeah, anyways, what did you lot hear? What was the last thing I said that you lot heard?
I don't know.
You told Angie to shut him
Start
off.
again. What I was
Yeah.
saying is that discussions about racism by white people is fine. Don't get me wrong. I want white people to talk more about racism against the black community, against the Asian community, whatever community it is. But at the same time, I don't want no white person, and I'll repeat, I don't want no white person to come on a live to talk about racism, to try get me and Paige in the box, to spread awareness about racism, but then the next day you'll have the racist in your box that we spread awareness about. It doesn't make no sense. It's fake outrage. It's bullshit. And it just shows that no one don't care about the black community, and it's just all a front for views, for clout, and for all that bullshit. Yesterday with DJ Decoration or whatever his name is, we asked him, I said to him, would you go into an Indian man's shop, right, and talk in an accent? He said no. So what makes you think it's okay to talk to black people in an accent that they are from? Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's wrong. Number two, you lot have this narrative because people don't like Laura, so you lot are going to stick with Pearl. Me personally, I think that apology that Pearl done was fake as fuck, and I think she only done it because people caught her out on it. Because she had multiple chances, right? Multiple chances to react to her comment and to apologize, and she kept saying, no, 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 I stand on it, I stand on it. But when more people started getting onto her, the waterworks started, the fucking everything started. It's fake, it's bullshit. Same as Tony, you're fake. Stop talking about black things when you don't give a fuck. Like, it's annoying. That's why when I'm saying white people shouldn't talk about, I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about the ones like Delusive Angie, the Pearls, the Tonys, the fucking Zacks, the lot of you, bruv. You lot all do it for fucking clout, and I'm tired. Do you know how draining it is as a black woman to keep on coming on an app with people talking about racism, colour, black communities, getting called monkeys, orangutans, whatever the hell, but because you don't like a certain content creator, you lot stand, oh, but you know, it don't mean like she apologized. No, right is right and wrong is wrong, and that's that. And I don't care. You don't like me. I don't give a fly. You're monkeys. I'm not here to be liked. TikTok is not.
Torian, just to let you know, yeah, I haven't backed Pearl's actions. I haven't sat in a box at all from the beginning of this live to the end and condoned any of her behaviour. I haven't said what happened. I haven't said what happened on. I haven't said what happens on Shep's live was acceptable. I haven't said what happens on anyone's live was acceptable. What I have said is the way it was said, the context it was said, and the way it was said to the individual it was said to. I do believe it was in a derogatory term. We've had that discussion since it started, and I don't think anyone in here has come in and said that the behaviour is acceptable, or anyone said that it's reasonable. But this wasn't a race live. This wasn't a race debate. It started off as a discussion between me and a few mates, obviously in relation to the situation that happened with Pearl, and then other people have come in. And what I won't do is I won't stop someone from having an opinion just because their opinion doesn't agree with me, or it's not my opinion. And I felt that everyone should be able to come in and have their say. And just because their view isn't the same as what my view is or what your view is, it doesn't mean that we should shut them down or say that they're uneducated. Maybe it's your opportunity to try and teach people. And I get you've probably taught a lot of people, because I do listen to you quite a lot on loads of lives, and you do give people, like, you do educate people quite a lot. But I think it could just be done in a different way. It doesn't need to be aggressive, do you get me?
But
like, just chill.
What other way do you think we should educate people?
Just have an adult conversation with people.
But MT, it don't go nowhere. Adult conversations, it don't go nowhere. It's tiring. I'm tired of educating people. Google is free, you know. Google is free, and look at you lot all reporting me. You lot are weird, man. Anyways, I'm gone.
Why is everybody like saying aggression and it's aggressive and this and that? Like, do you not understand that when, you know, you're passionate about something and automatically black people have that stereotype where people will say, when we open our mouths and we stand by what we stand by, and, you know, we open our mouths and we say stuff, all of a sudden it's, you're aggressive.
But I think there's a difference between passion and tone, isn't there? So you can be passionate about a subject, you can come in and you can try and educate people and you can try and have a normal conversation with people. But then if you come in and you start using a tone where your voice is raised and you know, it doesn't sound like I'm just sitting there and having a normal conversation, because it doesn't sound to me like you're passionate. It just sounds like you're just trying to shout at me. I'm not gonna lie, that's the way I look at it.
Can I just say that girl then constantly said "you lot" throughout the whole thing. You know, us lot are very passionate about you putting us in a bracket. Is basically saying, when you say "you lot," is basically saying we're all racists. You lot. Consistently saying "you lot"
in the boxers.
Pardon?
I said everyone's saying about the comment of "you lot." It's people in the boxes, people in the comments. That's who are being
it's not like that.
to.
It's not like that. Well, you know, that's like, you know, if we said "you lot," You
weren't actually included, DG. It was more
the.
when she's saying you lot, she means the cult, the ones that have been.
It was said last night though as well.
Her name.
It was said last night. It was constantly
exactly,
you lot.
Because Angie was in my box.
When we were talking, so
Angie was in my box,
you should address Angie as her name. Then.
Listen, I'm really sick and tired of this. It's really pissing me off now. Can I have my say, please, MT? Because you're sitting here protecting Pearl, which is, yes, I get that, right? But I'm sitting here, people calling me a goddamn racist right now. Now, can I just say this? I had a debate and I said I'm going to put her on a boat to another country. She sat there and said, back to her country. No, I did not say that. I've got the evidence and I will show that later, okay? I said the same thing to a white person. I said it about... Pearl, I happen to say it to a black person, okay? And now you've doomed me as a racist. You are racist. You sat there calling people bounty bars, you lot, you white people. I hate the British. I hate the army on Remembrance Day. That's exactly what it was. You're vile, you're twisted, you use a race card. Simple as.
It's
Who? Because I don't actually know who you're referring to, babe. Not
me. Yourself.
It couldn't have been me because weren't even in that live. But go off, Ange, babe.
I'm talking about yourself, Paige and Torian. You're both toxic.
Anyway,
I've seen your live. You have the evidence of what you call people. You shouldn't be educating nobody.
Another thing, you address us as the white, the white. The way you say white people, I'm like, well, I would never address somebody as the black people. The black people.
You did.
You know what I mean?
We're discussing
it's the way you said.
You did.
What?
You did.
What? When did I say the black people?
So last night, DG, when we're having a discussion on racism, because I'm pretty sure people know me in general, I don't definitely tone people. I'm half white. I didn't use whiteness or my white family as an excuse. I can't really hear myself think because there's lots of things in the background, to be honest, but I'm half white myself. So when I'm talking about racism and I'm talking about certain people and certain ethnicities that, get highlighted more, blah, 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 of course I'm going to say white, or of course I'm going to say black. We're talking about racism, obviously, on a daily basis. I don't go that white man over there, that Asian lady over there, that black lady over there. I don't directly talk or think of people like that. We were talking about racism. I only actually jumped up because I don't understand why someone like Paris is in the comments calling people old hags, who's one of Angie's biggest supporters. But yet, when me and her had an argument on Facebook, a disagreement, the first thing that came out of your mouth, Paris, which I've posted everywhere, is you called me a dirty black bitch. So I don't understand why you're in the comments.
Paige, is that still in there?
She's in the comments. I showed it even on Angie's live. She even got booted from Angie's live by, it was either Jay or bloody what's her name who comes into my life? I can't remember. Sorry. You called me, Paris, a dirty black bitch. Especially when we're talking about racism, lift up out of the live. How dare you comment to anybody? Guys, it's still on my profile. If you scroll down, I'm sure it's there. Most people in Angie's live saw it when I was in there that time. You came in on Facebook and the first thing that came out of your mouth, and this is why I'm combating racism and have to come on the app and talk, because people like you, Paris, babe, the first thing when you're having an argument or disagreement that comes out of your mouth is racism. So don't sit there and tell me that racism don't exist. When I can get the video, I'll find it again right now on my other phone as soon as it
Paige, I've seen that and it's gone. I've seen that video already. It's gone.
Thank you. That's my point. So when people are saying, why does it matter when people say this? Or why does it matter when this creator says that? Look what you're breeding. Crazy little people like Paris. Paris, why are you not commenting now, babe? Because you was doing the most a minute ago.
Oh, no,
you were saying old hag. You were calling people bitches in the comments.
Paige, respectfully, you can't.
People slow.
Paige, sorry, respectfully, you can't judge all us just based on Paris's comments.
She's not your supporter. She's one of Angie's biggest supporters. So if I've now come across her again, Mother Teresa, I've known her off the app I'm talking about. This was off app. Okay. Me and her had an issue off app. Guess where I've come across her again now? Guess where she felt comfortable?
And she's sitting there and she's the biggest racist and you're just breeding that. So obviously, because you're sitting in my life, it just sounded like that was a personal attack to me. But I don't even know who the fuck Paris is.
How was it racist? Of course it's personal attack because she called me a black bitch.
No, hold on, just to get this right. MT just saying he thought it was aimed at him when you said you lot breeding because it was his life. So yeah,
What I'm saying is, think MT where she was comfortable again to be openly racist, because I didn't see her in no one else's live back in racism, I'm saying, apart from when I'm in Angie's live.
Okay.
That was my
I know
thing.
what you said. That's why I was checking.
The comments is just like, do you know what it's like? It's dipping into shameless.
Yeah, right,
I
do
can't
you all
be
feel
bothered. I
comfortable
spent
if I
hours
tell
of
you
my
to turn
time
them
last
off?
night trying to help some really.
Do you want me to turn all the comments off?
Wait, turn them off for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let everyone speak and then we'll throw them back.
This is all started from an accent, right? From me mimicking. This is all started from me mimicking Laura's accent. This is if let's say you're saying that's racist or whatever, yeah, right? Then if that's the case, then why would I not be? If I said the word, whatever CLA said, she got arrested for that, yeah. Why am I not being arrested for mimicking an accent? Because what it is there's Freya, stop. Come here. There's racist, and then now, like, you're pulling more and more deeper. Like, you're not gonna be able to. You can't say anything without it going even further. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing an accent, and now you're like, well, that's racist as well. Next, it'll be fucking. You can't. Do you know what I mean? What can you do now without it being racist?
Accountability is key.
Listen, can I ask you a question? This is accountability, yeah? All right, you're still more accepted in our community here, yeah, in society today. You're still more accepted than what we are.
Faith, don't talk. You don't care about racism. You're fake. You don't care.
No,
I'm not listening to you.
Sorry, MT, can you see? This is what they do. They just speak over people when people are trying to put them correct. You brought me up. You brought me up twice last night. You brought me up twice last night. You and twice last night when it was minding my own business, and just because Pearl is from the same community, you decided to treat me the same way and involve me without me even saying a word.
Why
to
I think you're racist? Shall I tell you why? Shall I explain it to you? Let me tell you why.
No,
So the
I
other
don't
day,
need to listen to that comes out
Just
of
wait.
your
Hey,
racist
listen.
mouth.
Do us a favour.
You
Do us a
can't
favour. Just
stand
Tony.
our
Just one sec.
community.
Tony,
You have
just
a
one
problem
sec.
with our community. I stand with Pearl. I back Pearl.
MT, can I say something, please?
Yeah, just one sec.
You
Just one
are a
sec.
fucking
Okay, all right.
Let me just mute. Just one sec, people. Just chill for 1 sec, right? You can all have
Listen,
your chance to
fucking
speak.
bitch.
Tony, you can speak now. You can all have your
Your
chance to
mother.
speak, yeah. But just be respectful and let each other finish, and then you can say whatever you need to go back to each other.
MT.
Yeah, honestly, I've got no reason to be in here. I can't wait till Angie puts a few things clear at 2 o'clock today, because you were a fucking wrong and so's Paigey.
All right, so can I? Anyways,
Hold
wait
on,
1 second. Let me just
hold on.
respond to this. Hold
Tony,
on, wait,
get
Paige,
back
Paige.
up.
Paige, 1 second. Let me just respond to him. Yeah, run, you little bitch. First of all, don't ever come up here and say that we don't care about the gypsy community. Do you know how much lives I've gone and stuck up for the gypsy community? Ask Bridgie. Do you know how much messages I've sent Bridgie? Don't ever in your life sit here and say that we don't talk on the
aggressive, you know,
travelling
you can just
community,
talk.
because that's a lie. The reason why I'm calling you out,
We can
Mr.
all hear you,
Tony,
just talk.
yeah? The reason why I'm calling him out, so the other
Can I
day,
just say,
he had a
stop with the
live.
aggressive now?
Yeah.
I'm not being
No,
aggressive.
you,
Look,
DG,
this
stop
is the way
saying
I
it, because
talk.
when Andrew's screaming,
Like,
a
no
little
one's
enough,
not being
stop with it.
aggressive.
You're
All right.
screaming down the phone.
Okay, and when
No
Angie
one's
was
being
screaming her
aggressive,
headband
DJ
off,
Decoration.
you didn't say it
Yeah,
was.
it sounds pretty aggressive to me.
Paige, all right, Paige, let me just explain it to him, please. Please, just give me 2 minutes. DJ Decoration, you gotta understand, yeah, the reason why I am very upset, I've been told to go back on a boat to Barbados. I've had
That's a lie. I did not say go back. I said go put you on a boat to another
Let her
country.
finish.
Can you navigate your life so I can
Just chill,
talk?
people. Chill.
Thank
Just
you.
let people speak, and then you
Thank
can
you.
reply.
Anyways, you're
But
talking
listen,
about I'm
Torian,
aggressive, yeah?
you've got to give them the same grace. So once you
No
finish speaking,
problem,
you've got to
no
let them
problem.
speak.
I've been on, like, no problem, that's fine. But anyways, what I'm saying is, you lot are saying I'm aggressive. You lot gotta understand, this has been going on for 2 years. I've been told to go back on a boat. I've been called a black this. I've been got DMs from Angie's cult talking about they're gonna grape my kids, right? This ain't something that I've just woke up and started. This has been going on for donkeys, right? Every minute I'm getting racial abuse. Of course, I've had enough. So don't sit here on your high horse with your white privileged self talking about I'm aggressive. no, I'm fed up, I'm angry, and I've had enough. Now back to Tony. The reason why I'm calling out Tony, the other day he had a live. I don't know what the live was about. I think it was about racism, whatever. I've gone into the
I'm
live.
fed up of white privilege self.
Yeah, you are white privileged. You are. Anyways,
So,
I've gone into the
I feel
live.
racially attacked there.
TJ,
Like you
can you
mentioned my
please
skin
shut
colour
up?
and so on.
Thank
Still
you.
attacked
Can
by the
you
term white
answer?
privilege.
Just let me speak. Anyways, I went into his live. He was talking about racism. I went into the box. I was very respectful. I didn't say nothing. I was on mute until he came back on the screen. He then unmuted me and I said to him, I don't think it's right that you're talking about racism with Angie in your box. And then he blocked me. But the other day, you wanted me and Paige to come in your box and raise awareness, but then you blocked me at the first hand because I've called you out.
Aggressive.
Tony, you're fake. Evil Queen, you're a dirty bitch. Shut your mouth.
Oh, God.
Will someone drop her? She's got a foul mouth.
Terrible.
I have my say now.
Like when you've just brought someone like this is my thing. Can I talk for 1 second now?
No, you've had your...
Listen, I ain't
had my
control
say,
and we
I've
got
not
to
had
someone else.
reply because she's sitting there calling me a racist and I think I need to reply to that.
I actually can't.
Right. What happened? Okay, I said the same thing.
So wait, if you're not racist, why did you not put it in my DMs about your racism?
Hey, Mama Sita, you're a dusty man.
Sorry, you said you were going to give her the same grace, and you said you were going to give her the same grace, and you were going to let her speak. So just let these respond, and then you can all talk. That's how it works. We don't have to shout at each other to get the points across. We can all just have a normal conversation.
Just roundabouts, man.
Right, can I just say, can I continue, MT?
Yeah, but don't be shouting. Just have a conversation, Ange.
Yeah, well, this is just how I am because when you're being called a racist, you know what I mean. When I had that debate on Remembrance,
though, right? DG, she's not aggressive though. Neither is
there you go.
Paige, you're aggressive.
Just chill.
So when I was having that debate, I said the same thing about myself. If you don't like living here, if you're going to keep going on about the country, I would go back to my country because I'm from New Zealand. I said the same thing to a white person. I said I'll put you on a boat to another country, not back to your country. This is where you're twisting everything again. And I happened, just like what Pearl did, happened to say it to a black woman. Okay, no one had an issue when I said it to a white person.
You said it to me, babe.
When I said it to a white person as well, and I had a black person in my live yesterday that was on that live, and he said, Angie, you're not racist. What you said to you about yourself, you said it to a white person, but you happened to say it to Torian, who's a black woman, okay? I did not say back to your country. I said I'll put you on a boat to another country. That is what I said, okay? And I said Barbados. I said it to the other person, the white woman as well. You've twisted it around to make out that I'm racist. Now, I probably shouldn't have said it. Okay. Do I regret saying it? Yes. But there's no racism intentions behind what I said. Just like the situation with Pearl. She happened to say it to a black woman. Okay. That's all it is. Don't keep sitting there calling me a racist. You are racist, Paigey Baby and Torian. Take accountability for what you said on that debate. You called us all, you lot, you
come
white
in my DM and apologise then.
You called even a black woman.
Am I allowed to respond now?
I've got one more thing to say, and then you can of course
just
say.
wait a second. Once Angie's finished
Even a
speaking.
black woman in the, and you even said that MT was a racist. You said, I've got the video of, we were singing Baba Black Sheep. This is what you were saying. I've got the video. You also said we were comparing you to blackboards, and that is not true. That is a complete lie. A black woman was in my comments and even called you out for being a racist, and you turned around to her and called her a bounty bar. Okay, there was no racism in that debate. I shouldn't have said boat. I just thought it was funny.
Okay, thank you, Angie. Torian's been flagged, but I'm surmising she'll be back.
Yeah, I reported her because she was aggressive.
Go ahead, Dan. Do you want to have your say before we go to Paige, and then we'll go to EQ?
There's nothing, as I say, I've said it over and over again, and it's starting to bore the fuck out of me now, to be honest. It's been going on since last night. There's nothing we can say to fucking do right, I guess. We're always going to be wrong. We get called you white people. If I address them as you black people all the time, I think you'd be fucking fast to jump on. If I was sat in my live and went, the black people, you black people, and like you white privileged people, like, you know, why do you need to address us like you white privileged people because you felt attacked in the past or whatever, and now you put us all in this circle, all in this group, and go, you white people, you white community. No, the people who have racially attacked you in the past, they are the people who you want to be going at. Address people by their names, like DG, or I've addressed Paigey. I've never gone, you black woman. have I? I've never addressed somebody as you black community or you black people. So why are we addressed as these white privileged people, these white people? Like, why is it getting addressed like that? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not going to keep going on and on and on because, to be quite honest, as I say, it's boring the fuck out of me now. There's no way we're going to get past this. It's just going to go round in circles all day in different lives, and it's just going to be the same outcome, which is you think us white people are all racist, and obviously it must be true because you feel triggered by it. So this is all from an accent, by the way.
Okay, so number one, incorrect, because I started the live yesterday. It wasn't even to do with the accent. It was your terminology. Said it about 17 times to you, DG. And now I know you're not a dumb guy, you're not a slow guy, you're not a silly guy. I'm pretty sure you can have, like, you know, education, take it in. Never once said about the accent. In fact, people tried to turn around and say M.R, similar things. No, not relevant, not the same. I said to you I was triggered personally by your terminology and references because you didn't once say any other sort of context apart from the Jamaican slang that you get so annoyed about. That was my actual problem. So the accent wasn't really the issue. So carry on though, because I get it. Oh, bless you. That must be a hard narrative to run with. So yeah, bless you.
It's not that hard, as I say.
No, yeah, because you're bored of talking about it. Because you're bored. Me as a black girl, I love it, DJ. I love it. I love the statistics. I love having to have this conversation. I've let you talk. I'm muted. Have the same fucking decency, mate. Thank you. And your background's loud, so if you could mute up like I did.
God, so
really
aggressive,
nice.
Paige.
Oh, I'm so aggressive, evil queen. And you are so frustrating, darling. But you know what? It's perception. Who cares? I'm allowed to be aggressive. You're allowed to be annoying and jarring. Your voice goes through me like things on a chalkboard.
Report everyone with the hate speech.
Okay, report who? Does
I got rid of the last girl in the box. I get rid of you too.
Oh, darling. Okay, and I'll just go to my manager and I'll get unbanned because I've not said a single thing.
You're a racist against white people.
I'm racist against white people, but I'm half white.
No, you are.
Oh, I'm not half white. Oh,
no, I'm saying you are. Sorry, I know. I was sticking to the original thing.
I've had an actual
I was
thing.
speaking.
Who needs ancestry DNA when you've got evil queen?
Okay,
Who needs ancestry DNA?
You don't let anyone speak to you,
Thank you, EQ. I'm not half white. Thank you, darling.
Paigey.
No, you can't say Paigey when she just butted me in.
But I'm
She
saying
just butted me in, called me aggressive in an aggressive tone, and now it's Paigey. I was talking.
I'm about, if you, rather than jump down my throat, if you let me finish what it is that I'm going to say, then you wouldn't just assume what it is that I'm going to say.
This is why I get bored though, mate. Just have the same thing. You don't have to say Paigey. Just tell her to mute a minute. Like you did me.
I was next, my dear.
I haven't finished talking. You just butted in and told people to report me.
What I was about to say without jumping down my throat and doing what you're doing to every other creator in the box, you would have been able to listen to what it was that I was about to ask you.
Anyway, I'm going to go.
I was about to ask you, have you finished your personal digs at other people, or have you got an actual
personal digs? I've only just started talking to DG. He said what it started about. I told him.
So carry on with your conversation, and I would have muted people. But what happened was you went from one person and flipped them into three different boxes.
She's talking. Are you actually taking the piss? I'm
paying full attention.
Let me stop my screen recording.
I'm paying full attention. Full attention.
You can hear. Oh my god, no.
He said, "I'm going to go to DG."
You can hear her talking underneath me the whole time, MD.
No, because he said, "I'm going to go from DG to Evil Queen," and then you.
No one can even hear.
EQ, sorry, can I just, I tell you what, just for the benefit of the doubt, people, just for the benefit of the doubt, Paigey, have you got anything else that you'd like to say?
Yeah, I'd only just started talking, MC.
Okay, go on, talk away.
No, honestly, it's fine. At this point, fuck you, because at this point, this is why. People like EQ, you're a big shit-stabbing pop babe, and to be honest with you, I ain't got the time nor day to be next to you, let alone in the same breathing space as you. Don't care. As soon as you started speaking, it's, reporter, straight away, reporter. Good for you. Same way to you. You sit there cussing people out on a daily basis, sit there with your little headphones in, and now you're a gamer to get all the attention. Like, I don't care, babe. I don't care. If I'm talking about racism, I beg you to pipe down. I beg you pipe down and let me speak, because every time I've spoken, you've spoken. I can talk just as much as you can. We can do this for ages. We can do it for ages.
You've been told to stop making personal attacks and stick to the topic.
You just made many. You just called me aggressive straight away.
That's facts. You're very aggressive, and the way you carried on towards me, and the way you don't let anybody else speak, shows that you're afraid of what we're going to say.
Paige, have you got anything else that you would like to discuss in relation to the topic of conversation?
Yeah, massively.
Okay, can you discuss it then,
am I
please?
allowed to do it without being under breath though?
Well, it's not.
I didn't say it by you.
It's not under threat, but if you just have a conversation, I would expect. If you have a conversation, I would expect other people in the box to show you the same courtesy as what you're going to show them. So if you're going to be quiet for them, then I'd expect.
I just muted the whole time when DG was talking because you asked me to.
Okay,
So that's all I was saying to you. So when I'm talking, why is EQ going aggressive straight away?
Okay, well look, EQ's on mute now, so
But that's my point. I'm highlighting it now for you. That's my actual point. I don't care if I'm jarring. Listen, you know what it is, guys? I'm not like you, a lot of you ignorant people in the comments where I need to be liked. Everyone that's like, she's this, she's that, she's this. In some people's boxes, I'm going to be seen as great. In some other people's boxes, I'm going to be seen as this and that. Especially when it's certain creators that you've all bundled together. I've got EQ next to me in the box. Do you really think that I'm going to take this race conversation seriously, or any black person's going to come into this box and take any of you seriously? I'll be deadly honest, because it's not going to happen. So when MT, we're coming into this box and you've got Angie and EQ, it's definitely more on like, it's troll to troll back at this point, because there's not one person in it bar Miss J, TJ obviously, but I'm talking about the people from the outside that were sitting there listening, apart from people like Miss J and a few other people.
You personally attack me over and over again.
What are you
going
on
with
about?
What you're talking about. Stop attacking me and get on with it. Get on with it.
Am I allowed to talk now?
Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest. No, because you're not talking about the topic. You're just talking about EQ and your personal vendetta against EQ
because you just came in about the topic, and I'm telling you about racism on the whole. Anyway, do you know what? Have your fun. Don't discuss racism, guys, because you clearly can't even let about
discuss what we like.
sentence. I've not screamed at anyone. She's come in saying names to every single person. Last night she was someone's fuck this, fuck that. Not one single person called her aggressive. So to be honest with you, I'm done with it. Like, have your conversations. At this point, it's a bitching session. No one actually cares to have a conversation about racism here. I'll be so real. So all feel sorry for yourself. Shed your little tears. Bless your little hearts. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Come on,
Go over to Luke, where people actually get heard. I'll be so real.
Live at like the last 10 minutes.
Tears, babe. Enjoy them.
Didn't insult every other person that came in the box and had their opinion, because I felt that their opinion was valued. Just because you didn't think that opinion was valued, I thought it was very valued. So thank you for coming in the boxes, people. Go ahead, EQ. What was you going to say? Sorry.
Last night, last night her box was let the people speak who have her opinion. When I was speaking, it was a quick and then a quick button, and then it was put to bed. And she just said, "Don't discuss racism." So only black people can discuss racism, and we don't, and we're not allowed to talk about it because we're white and we don't feel, what about exactly the same from our side? How the fuck do we not feel exactly the same when you go, you white people all the time? So we are allowed to discuss what we like, because at the end of the day, her box was completely different last night. I feel like this has been fair. You've had your people in, but it's constant, just non-stop with them two girls who are in here, and they just do not stop talking.
What a fucking sad thing.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to drop it anyway because I've got my little one and I need to go. I'm boring here, never mind me.
Before you go, can I just ask, for your opinion on what happened last night with Pearl?
Say that again.
Just because obviously there's a lot of people running with the narrative that we all stand with what Pearl said, that we condone it, etc., etc. I just want to know what your opinion is.
I mean, it wasn't the best time to say what she said, is it really? I don't mean as in terms of, she does say that, but I do feel like she got caught away with that last night and maybe said it in the wrong, not the right time at all. I don't agree with the time in that she said it. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. I'm not. I was a bit shocked.
We love you, DC Doctor.
But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll catch you all later.
See you in a bit, mate.
Bye all.
Hello.
Just Chelsea, just on what DJ said, I can't agree to say that it was about a timing issue. The fact is, I think we just got to be clear that, and I said this exact thing yesterday, I think what she said was wrong. I don't think we should get around that. I don't think whether the intent was there or not, I think the fact that it was said was wrong. The connotations it had in the context that it was wrong. I don't personally think she's racist. I don't think that, because you get to know people. But what she said was wrong. In my opinion, it's not about timing, it's not about anything else. I think that fact, in my opinion, was wrong.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So I will speak about the topic, if that's okay, and no personal attack on anybody or shouting at anybody in the boxes. So I don't think Pearl's a racist at all. There's footage which has been gathered overnight, which is going to be played out, I think, by Luke the judge, where Pearl is saying the same phrase that she used last night. I think she shouldn't have used it. She should have had common sense and thought this is going to come across as if I'm being racist. But I think she's just not naturally used to saying the word because she uses it all the time, that it just slipped off the tongue. So I don't think there was any intention behind it, but because I think she'd had a drink in that as well. Wrong time, wrong place to say it, I think. But do I think Pearl's a racist? Absolutely not, definitely not. And I just don't understand why those two girls be so aggressive in every conversation I've ever seen them have. They can't have a conversation, they scream, they're aggressive. That's why I reported that girl in the bottom box, because she was like literally screaming, cussing everyone else. Every time I go to speak around Paigey or Miss Surty, they say, oh, we're not even listening to you. But why, love? Why? And I don't believe that there is. It's very offensive as well. I find it offensive as a white person to be told that I have white privilege over black people. That's disgusting. And I don't think that at all. I don't think anybody, the majority of the people who have been brought into this whole debacle, whatever you want to call it, are not racist people, you know, and we do often discuss on our own platforms about racism and stuff, and we have lots of black supporters too, and I think it's very horrible for them to sit and witness us all being told by Paigey and by that other girl, for example, that we have white privilege. It's disgusting, and I don't claim that at all.
Listen, I don't mean to wrap it up here. Thank you very much, Eva.
Right,
Luke the judge has just gone live, so I said I was going to go over it, obviously, because the situation affects him. He's one of the people who's involved in it.
Yeah, that's bad.
And I obviously want to go over there and watch. So I know people.
Mother Teresa, love.
Go ahead,
Oh my God, you accepted my request. I'm so sorry, yeah. Can I just say something? Because to all the black people on this app, right? I feel like we're really overusing the race card, yeah. And you see, one day, when someone actually is racist to us and we need support, people aren't going to support us. I'm just saying, I just wanted to say that. Because I grew up in an area in Essex, yeah, where there was actual real racist people. Like, people would knock on my door and say, oh, you got an afro and things like that. What I saw from Pearl was distasteful from a white person, but it wasn't racist. We just all need to stop pussyfooting around. And that's all I wanted to say.
I love you. Finally.
For that.
Oh, she's gone.
Do us a favour, I've texted Luke. He's just texted me back then saying he was live, but apparently people are saying he's not. Can someone go and check?
Oh, we love him, boss. Absolutely.
He texted me saying he's on. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I feel sorry for you, Mother Teresa. You've been thrown right into the deep end, haven't you?
I'm fucking telling you, I literally finished my night shift. Come on, so I have a cup of tea, a bifter, and a bit of a fucking jank with the people, and then it went a bit wet.
So it really didn't, like, it wasn't meant to end up like this at all.
He is on, isn't he?
Yeah, okay, go ahead. I'm going to
bye, everyone. Love you.
Bye, love you, bye.
See you go later. How the fuck do I get out my inbox?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Hold on.
Can you kick me?
Yeah, I can't kick you. Can you kick me?
For fuck's sake. Wait there.
Oh, I found it.
Oh. Right, I'm going. Luke the judge is live, I promise you. He is. He wouldn't lie to me. He wouldn't text me saying he's live if he wasn't live. He's on his backup. Go to his backup. The actual Tea with MT people, I'll see you later. Tea with